Hi, I'm Dr. Sheehan from Sheehan Natural Health Improvement Center, and today we are continuing our discussion about adrenal gland stress, adrenal burnout, adrenal fatigue, that kind of thing. Yesterday we talked about the adrenals, what they are and what they do, and today we're talking about how we get so burned out. And in a word, it is stress. However, okay, when we think of stress, we think of mental stress, but there's more than just mental stress. There's also physical stress and biochemical stress or chemical stress, as we're going to see in a second. The first one is what's called mental stress. This is when we always have something that's kind of in front of us, always something that we're doing, always something that's on our mind. We are not made for this kind of stress. I'll give you an example of mental stress. When we leave the job, if we bring the job with us, that is mental stress. If we have a lot of bills that need to be paid, that's mental stress. If we can't do something about a situation, that's mental stress. Like a lot of people come in and they're very concerned about what's happening in the country or the community or the world or something like that. That's mental stress. Okay, these things our bodies aren't accustomed to working with, and so they can create a constant stressful situation in our body, constant release of corticosterone, cortisol, adrenaline, those types of things that can really burn out our adrenal glands. Okay, that's the first thing. B, or number two, is physical stress. Now, physical stress is more like, the big thing is like, what I see is that when people are already fatigued, okay, they start gaining weight from adrenal stress, okay? They start gaining weight, and what do? They go, well, I better work out. And so they set out to really exercise a lot. They're exercising on a tired out body, which actually is more physical stress. That's the main thing that I see. By the way, for these types of people, you have to do long, gentle workouts with something like low intensity yoga, walking, hiking, something that kind of rebuilds you, okay? You don't want to do aggressive yoga. You don't want to do sprinting. You don't want to do like long distance running. You don't want to do lots of heavy weightlifting, although some of it can be okay. You want to do more gentle building exercise, okay? So that's physical stress. Now the big one, okay, besides mental stress, we also have chemical or biochemical stress, okay? Now everybody knows that we've got lots of toxins in our environments, we've got lots of food additives, we've got junk in our atmosphere. You know, we live next to the highway here, we breathe lots of exhaust, all that kind of stuff. Those are chemical stressors. But there is the big biochemical stressor, which once again is, you guessed it, sugar and refined carbohydrates. Sugar and refined carbohydrates are a tremendous stress to our system. Okay, if you want, you can look this up in a book called Life Without Bread. Okay, it was written by two doctors, and it's about how when they studied it, they saw that for optimum health, humans needed about 70 grams of carbohydrates per day. Okay, regularly when people come in to see me, even if they're eating good, they're eating about 300. Okay, so let's give you an analogy. We need about, let's say that we need 3/4 of a gallon of water per day. If all of a sudden we start drinking 3 gallons of water a day, okay, that's going to give us electrolyte imbalances. That could give us all sorts of problems. Okay, let's say that for exercise we should walk maybe, let's say 3 miles a day. All of a sudden you have a person that's going to walk 9 miles a day. That's going to be a stress to their system, okay? Those are some analogies in how sugar is such a huge biochemical stressor, okay? So in dealing with adrenal stress, we've got to get that down to at least down to like 70, maybe 100. And someone like I exercise a lot and stuff like that, I might take in about 100 grams of carbs a day, but you want to get it down pretty far, okay? So in our next video, we're going to go over what exactly are the signs and symptoms of adrenal stress. Thanks.